So let's cover the 7 keys to manage business finances year round, which are the building blocks to building your tax-ready books. And of course, let's bring back Maria because we're going to be hanging out with Maria for this entire course. Maria is ready to take control of her goals. Just like she sits down with her CEOs and her clients and she helps them set their goals and she helps them plan their year, she said, guess what? I want to do the same. I am finally ready to go all in on my goals. And I want to focus on my financial goals. And so we're going to use this energy of Maria being all in on her financial goals to move forward with learning the 7 keys to managing finances, because that's what she decided to do. She decided to invest in herself to learn this process, to get her finances in order, to build her beautifully aligned bookkeeping system, and to manage her finances year round. So she decided to empower herself through financial education, and she wants to learn the 7 keys to manage finances year round. So let's look at each one of these key elements one by one. The first key to manage finances year round is to understand what to track. We need to learn what money in and what money out transactions need to be tracked for a business. And we also need to learn the real money story, which means that all money in and all money out are not created equal and they are not all the same. So we need to focus on learning that first key. What are the money in and money out transactions that we need to track for our business? The second key is to learn how to document this. So now that we are starting to see that we need to track transactions, then the first thing that comes up for a business owner is, but how am I going to document all of this? Where is it all going to live? And I want to make sure that it lives in a secure system. So step number 2, key number 2, is to learn how to document all of these transactions and then how to securely organize your business data so you have anytime, anywhere secure access to this information. Then we move in to key number 3. Okay, so I got it. I get that I learned the money in and money out transactions, and I've even built out a document system to give myself access to all this information. But why does this even matter? You have maybe said this before as a business owner, and I have heard it many, many times. We need to understand why this work to get financially educated and financially organized matters. And that's why the third key in this process is to learn what numbers and what data that we've collected matter. And not only do we need to learn why these numbers and data matter, we need to transform this data into dollars, into information that we can sit down and actually have financial conversations with our value-driven partners. So not only do we need to understand the numbers, we need to understand why they matter, but then we need to transform that data into dollars to be able to join those financial conversations. So this is a key essential step in building those tax-ready books. Once we've gone through that process, then we realize, okay, I do feel financially empowered, but guess what? Isn't there an easier way of doing all of this? And the answer is yes. The easiest way to take that weight off of you when you realize how important this process is to leverage technology. To leverage technology to help the business owner to manage their finances smarter and faster. And that's why once you've become financially empowered and educated, you want to continue these awesome financial habits, but you also want to learn the faster, smarter way of creating these consistent financial processes. And you do that by leveraging technology. Next comes very specific accounting tasks and workflows that you can now start implementing into your business to manage its performance year round. So now that you've got caught up, now that you're educated, now that you're excited about looking at your numbers, what are those tasks and workflows that I can do consistently every month, every quarter, every year to make sure that I'm now managing my financial performance? I'm becoming that well-oiled machine. What does that look like? Well, that looks like you learning the tasks and workflows that you can consistently do and build habits from, so you can now manage this sustainable and profitable business year round. So that's what comes next. Now that you have a whole year, let's say, worth of data, or a few months that are completely strong and tax ready, guess what comes up next? Where am I going to report all this information? You have reached the point where your numbers are strong, where you're sitting down and having those financial conversations, but you also know that you have financial and tax obligations. And when you know that as a financially educated business owner, you know that you're going to need to report this information somewhere. And that's when you decide to actively learn where to report these numbers for financial analysis purposes, but also for tax compliance purposes. And lastly, you're ready to reach the seventh step. And the seventh step is to feel tax ready year round, is to learn those systems, to learn those tools, to build those best practices to stay tax ready year round. And those are your 7 keys to manage finances and build tax ready books. And my friends, as we start building into these 7 keys to stay tax ready and build tax ready books year round, you're going to be able to have this fun checklist, and we love including checklists throughout our courses, so you can check on your progress. You can congratulate and get excited when you've reached each one of these keys and when you're feeling confident to move forward with the next step. So don't forget to check in your course and check out those awesome checklists that will help you and guide you throughout this learning. And we'll be taking this 7 keys journey throughout this entire course to guide you on your path to creating your business money story and to building your rock solid books.